Good evening and welcome to Medco Customs. I'm your host, Mr. Medco himself, the med scientist, Mr. Farid. And on our topic of playing today is we closing up this one and the other one, and hopefully we'll be opening up one of the 7315s because one is already opened. So I need to get my lighter so that we can get cracking on this one. Let's just prep this because I think I need to get one of those 5 adapters with the plugs so I can plug everything in and then use the switch to put everything up. Let me just get the blowtorch so we can solder this guy together. Yeah, that's not gonna work. So I've done it so many times where I plug my soldering iron in, and because the switch is off, I sit here and wait for 20 minutes and then it's still not hot because I forgot to flip the switch. Alrighty then, where are we at? One thing that is in here, two beans. Price for 12 inch is 650, for 15 inch is 850. 10s are 550. I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. Avesh. East Rand Joburg, Boksburg North. What the hell? Yeah, this thing is cock. I really thought it's better. not. Welcome, Manthus. Welcome to M.A.D Customs.
I understand I love my kids, but why are they so demanding?
Hmm?
I know I love my kids, right?
Hmm.
But why are they so demanding?
Demanding.
Where do you think they get it from? I'm not demanding.
Phew. To lie like that with a straight face, the
Mm-hmm.
skills you must have to do that is just wow.
Am I demanding?
What do you think?
I think I'm the most sweetest, innocent person ever.
Exactly.
Exactly, not demanding.
Exactly. You go with that girl. I'll back you up on that in a court of law.
And then, on top of that, I get asked, why am I taking so long?
Hmm?
I get asked now, why am I taking so long?
Yeah. Let's check voltage. Ohms. That's it right there. That's perfect. Yeah, the key is there. We should open it up. Let's just get a new one. Go. Alit Masakan. I'm in Boxburg North in the eastern. I'm in Joburg. Boxburg North, East Rand. Okay. as it does it. That's the flat ones. I need my ones. Oh, here's my papers. It just so happens that the last two papers that I've got is actually, was the last one? No, there's two here, man. Surely. Okay, last one. That's just so happened to be green. As it works, yeah, my WhatsApp number is on my bio. No, if it's making noise on high volume, then it's the subwoofer, my guy. The amplifier won't let your subwoofer make noise on high volume unless it's distortion. Then it means the subwoofer, the amplifier is set too high. So maybe turn the amplifier down a little bit and then put the volume high again. And if it's still making the noise, then most likely it's the sub. But if the noise has gone away, then it was the setting on the amplifier. To get these guys down. Where the hell is the other one? Okay, so we'll just turn them. First of August. Well, if everything goes well, Dion, if everything goes well on my side, then yeah, most likely I'll make a drive there. I'll make a trip. I don't know if I'm gonna have something in the car because I'll most likely come through with the white car, the blue car. Um, I still got a lot of work to do on the blue car before I can drive that distance. The car will make it, but I'm just scared that if I do go on the road with the blue car that distance, I might catch up in cuck with Mr. Traffic Officer. How's it, Urban? What's it? KG, yeah, that seems like that should be fine. That amplifier is very strong. Hey, Urban, I don't do rock for day. I don't do rock for the subwoofers. They they P2. This is a P1. Where's the other one I had? I've got a pair of Rockfords here. Yes, I do all brands except for the high end ones. Look, man, I can try with the P2. Just message me on WhatsApp. My contact details is on my bio. Send me a photo of the woofer because there's a specific version of that there that I'm struggling to get sorted out. I'm in Boxburg North in the Eastern Joburg. Now I'll be able to recoil it. It's just the problem I have with the Rockford stuff is that opening up the subwoofer. I don't know what Gorilla Glue they use on their spiders and things, and then it ends up damaging the bloody spiders to open it. I've had issues closing them and opening them previously. Yeah, just drop me a message and we can take it from there. Send me a photo of the woofer, and I'll tell you what's it. Yeah, I don't know, bruh. They use some heavy glue on that thing there because I've got industrial acetone here that the guys use on flipping helicopters and shit. And that things don't fucking come loose, bruh. Like with this stuff here, if you put acetone on it, you leave it for a couple of minutes, maybe 2, 3 minutes, and then you try and pop it loose. It comes off easy. Spiders come loose very fast. But those ones, you spray and you spray and you spray and you are a liter down already, and it's a 10-inch woofer, and you're like, now I'm out 1 liter or half a liter on my acetone, and I never get the job done. So I didn't make money, but I lost money. That's why, hey, with Rockfords, I don't really like doing them because of that reason. But send me photos. We'll see. Maybe we can tell us something. Maybe it's ones that I have worked on. Not only Force Gate, Rockford, JBL, Hertz, Clarion, Alpine. There's no best, my friend. The best brand out there is the one that fits your pocket. Because unless you are going to competitions, you can make any sub sound good. It's all about the box, the application you're gonna put it in. It's really got nothing to do with the brands. It's only when you go to shows and competitions where there's people that actually judge the vehicle that'll tell you, it's not sounding nice, it does that. But for you, before you went there and you were listening to it, you, your mother, your brother, your nyash, everyone was saying, too nice. I can hear you 5 streets away. And then you go to a show and then they tell you, your bass isn't right and this is wrong and that is wrong. So whatever your pocket can handle, my guy, that's all I always tell the people. That's what I always tell the guys. Whatever your pocket can afford, that's the best bass because right now you don't have any bass. So even if you go to Cash Crusaders and you go buy one of those Dixon subs with the loaded things, you put it in the car with a 4 channel, that thing will bang, bruh. But the minute you want to go to the competitions and you want to go put numbers on the board, yeah, then it becomes a different story. But even then, the brand is not really the thing. The vehicle still is everything. Not today. Testing will be done tomorrow. I'm closing them up tonight, and the glue has to set overnight so that they don't come loose and they don't move around. It takes at least about 18 hours or so for the glue to set properly. So I've I found overnight is best. 8 hours, sorry, not 18 hours. I've got a few subs that I need to do testing on, so I said I'd rather just do testing of them all tomorrow. I've got two Pioneers I gotta test. Yeah, the most important thing is that when you're listening to your system, you must enjoy it, bruh. It's your money you paid for. You paid for it. You can't let other people dictate. Your sub is for negative and positive. That's a quad then. Only quad coils are like that. Yeah, then you connect all the negatives, all the positives. Connect all the negatives together, connect all the positives together. Put all the negatives together, all the positives together. Now, if it's got 4 negatives and 4 positives, then it's a quad coil. Some of the older woofers used to come like that. They used to come. Then there was a issue in the competitions where quad coils wasn't allowed because the coil is a lot not stronger. The coil can handle a lot more power, which basically to a certain extent is stronger. Yeah, you can put 6 bananas on the doors. You'll have to build pods for it though, but you can do it. It's possible. There is people that has done it before. Not even one. They put three, four, 6 bananas on the doors. I seen a guy putting a 12-inch on a door also. There's guys that got 10-inch on the doors now in their Cosas. I think one of the Cosa Bakis or two Cosa Bakis that I've seen now, or it's the same Baki but just a revamp on the system that has 10 inches on the doors. So 6 by 9 is nothing. As it Aaron, I do sell used ones when they're available. I don't always have used woofers, but a lot of the times it's when customers, mess me around and then they drop the woofers off here. Uh, can you please see what's wrong with the sub? Because I don't know what's happening. So then I can't charge you because we don't know what's going on. The sub's not reading, everything looks fine, the coil, everything. So somewhere something's wrong. The only way I'll know what's wrong with it if I strip it. So you leave the woofer with me, and then when you go, I open the speaker, and then you're like, man, it's that. It's gonna cost you so much to do. Then they're like, okay, no problem. Then I'm like, must I fix it? Then they're like, I'll let you know. And then it's like, you know what? I'd rather just buy new ones. And then the subs just lay here. Now it's your junk you're leaving here by me. So sometimes I'll fix it, other times I'll just keep it there in the garage, use it for spares. A lot of times the cones and stuff is damaged. Then I'll break the speaker up and I'll use the cones from there to repair it. Yeah, I'm in Boxburg North, East Rand, Joburg, Hardiel. I've got a pair of power base XL15s, Pro comps that I need to recoil. I'm going to be selling for about 2 grand for the set. And I've got two XTC 12 revolts. I need to redo them as well. And I think those are also going to that'll go for like £1 or so. Walaikum salam. My number's on my bio, my guy. Yeah, targa comp is a bit of a problem because the weight is a bit much. I'd say Courier 8, Boxburg North, East Rand, Joburg. Amper is an old brand, or it's been in the country for a while. There is a few people that has run it. If it's a tens, yeah, that's gonna be too much. No, I don't do fitment. The ample tens, I know a lot of guys that have it, but they only were using it for competition. So I don't really know what they sound like musically. They were using it for comp, so that was like 3 seconds, 5 seconds, and then it's done. They put them away. I can't really comment on them musically wise, but I do know they were decent looking woofers. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had one that I opened up just to check everything was fine and hunky dory inside. The build quality looks pretty decent. Spiders are good quality. But apart from that, listening wise, hey, I can't tell you, my guy. I've only ever heard those things burping. You can play any sub with any amp. It all depends on the amplifier setting. Don't set the amp too high, it'll be fine. The problem is when you set the amplifiers, when you turn the gains, and I'm not talking about the gain only, the other things, all of the other settings as well. Yeah, you don't set it too high. Start from one end and then just work your way to the other end. Turn up little bit, little bit, little bit. Each setting turn up little bit until you get to the desired. But don't put the don't turn the gain up too much because that usually will result in a woofer go bye bye. As Marion, in Boksburg North in the East Rand,. Okay. I thought he was in. She shut is making it. I don't do installations. She was. Damn, 2015. That was many, many moons ago. 'It's good to hear, Mr. Cokes. 2 12s is 650 each, my guy. 650 each to fix the pythons. So it's this way. I'm in Joburg, Boksburg North, East Rand. The best sub on the market right now is the one you can afford, okay? Courier guy, I suggest they're the cheapest with the courier, and their packaging that they do is generally one of the best. Fastware also is not too bad. Try to avoid Postnet. The way they package and the way they deliver is not very nice. Targa Venoms any good? Yes, Targa Venoms are good woofers. I do make speakers from scratch. I actually have to build up a Star Sound 7315. I'll probably be doing that tomorrow. I gotta strip the one. The other one is already opened up. And that one's gonna have to be built from the bottom up. So, uh, you can check on my YouTube channel. I've got woofers there that I've done from scratch all the way up, from the beginning. You can look for the Pioneer SPL 3000. I've done that one from scratch. I've rebuilt it. I'm not 100% sure if the Pioneer SPL 5000 is also on there. But I think my 18 inches are on there as well. My 18-inch woofers is on there. So there's quite a few videos that I have on YouTube where I build the speaker from the ground up. The 18s are a little bit more how would I put it? The 18s I basically got yeah, the link is in my bio, eh? It's M.A.D Customs on Facebook, on YouTube. My 18s I got different magnets as well. So they built a little bit more extensively than the other woofers. But there's quite a few subs that I have built from the ground up, like how do you control what? if you want to do it accurately, my guy, you're gonna need to have uh, SPL meters and stuff to measure, or you're gonna have to be good with your maths, and you'll be able to calculate. There's calculations and stuff that goes into it that can help you with that. The thing is, you guys are making sound so difficult. You want to know how to make sure that the RMS is right and this is right, and just don't turn shit up too much, bruh. If you can't get your system to play at 2 ohms very nice, and you have to go to half a ohm for the sub to start making noise, then your system is not built for music. Because musically, you're supposed to be able to bang even at 4 ohms. But the ones want to make play half ohm and 2 ohms and 1 ohms and all that things. You don't need all that, bruh. If you're just doing musical daily in it, doing 150 for every day driving around, you're impressing nobody. It's loud. Yes, it's loud. No, no hate there, definitely. But at the same time, nobody knows that you're doing 150. Even if you've got a sticker 155 plus, 150 on the window, half the people that drive past doesn't even know what it means. So, it's weird, man. Sometimes you always worry about the wrong things. Rather write to battery center and if I test your battery and see how healthy is your battery. If I check your alternator, how healthy is the alternator? Maybe it needs a new regulator. Maybe the armature's gone, like mine was. It made me cry, that thing. Supernova, how's it, man? For 12s, it's 650. For 15s, it's 850. If your sub has a 4-inch coil, it's 1,200. If you want to upgrade from a dual 2 to a dual 4, just add another 100 bucks to the whatever it is. If it's a 12 inch, add 100 bucks. 15 inch, add 100 bucks. You want to downgrade from a D2 to a D4, same thing. Extra 100 bucks. Yeah, I can see I've been out from this from some time now. I feel like I'm walking hell of a slow, like I'm dragging. I don't know why. But the venoms, the way where the situate where the balls are situated is very weird. There's a lot of openings, but where the balls end up being situated is like right next to one of these. So it's not here where it's open where it's free. It's sitting right here behind this pillar here. So opening it and closing it is a little bit monotonous and exhausting, and it cramps the bloody well fingers up because you have to you're holding your Allen key like this the entire time, and you've got one finger that's pulling it. One hand is holding the Allen key in place, and the other one is just pulling it. Whew. And I've got back issues, back problems. So sitting forward and doing the work is a bit of a tricky one for me. No violations today. We're not doing no coiling. I'm just closing up these two, and then I'm gonna open up the 7315. I don't know if I'm gonna open it up because I think the one is still fine, which means I'll just have to build up the other one. So I'm gonna clean it up. I'll test it now and check what's the story there. Because if I don't have to open it up, if it's working, everything is fine. I'm not gonna still bother opening it up and all of that. Yeah, all my lives I download it from TikTok and then I upload it onto my YouTube channel. Link is in my bio. So if you guys want to check out some of the old lives, old speakers that I've done, like I said, my 18s I've built up, and then also on top of that, I think my Pioneer I've built. There's a couple of 12s I've built. How's it picky? No, I don't use flat wire. Um, Currently, my wire supplier does not want to sell me lesser quantities. I have to buy an entire roll, and because I've not done flat wire coils before, I'll have to coil it, and then the issue I have is the cost of a 10 kilo drum is quite pricey, and then I'm going to have to waste quite a bit of the wire, whether it's flat wire, aluminium, or copper, doesn't matter. I'll still have to end up wasting quite a bit because I gotta figure out the height of the coil, the thickness of the wire, um, how much you're gonna have to put on there, and I'll probably end up using a 10 kilo just to figure out all of those things. And That's money I don't have at the moment to waste. Stop beating it, bruh. You're supposed to play music. Using a amplifier to beat your sub is never a good idea. Okay. Got 8 of these balls to bloody well open up. And I mean close up now. That's a pit bull, bruh. The coil is so small, man. The pit bull, the coil is not like this. For a pit bull, the coil is smaller than this even. You understand the difference? It's even smaller than this one. It's a tiny speaker, my guy. Those subs are made for, well, the target market on those was basically to put it onto a 4 channel amplifier. It's not mono blocks and stuff. You can, but then you're gonna turn that mono block way down. Quarter's too much. And you guys are saying quarter. But then what is the other settings on? Your gain is quarter, but what's the other settings on? Half, 3/4. Rather just upgrade, get another woofer, something with a 3 inch coil. Get yourself a street. They basically roughly in the same category, but the street at least has a bigger coil and can take a little bit more abuse. I can recommend a lot of subs, bruh. Budget is a problem. Yeah, the shops will set it up high because they want the car to be banging when you leave there. You must be like, yo, 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 I spent my money well, man. I spent my money well. Power bases are good, my guy. Power bases are good. All our brands in South Africa, we don't really have shit products. We got shit customers. Because it's us as clients that buy the stuff and then we play it outside of the recommended parameters. This woofer here, the spec sheet says 39 hertz. But I know myself and a few others, we play 25, 20 hertz. I go even lower than 20. Venoms are nice. But again, what type of music do you listen to? If it's local, that house and all that type of stuff, and I'm a piano and things, Venoms, yeah, okay, but something that has a bit more travel, which is the Pythons. Yeah, R&B and Venom is fine. If you're playing I'm a piano, G-com and all the things, you need something that where the woofer can move a little bit. Targa Killer Series. I don't know the Killer Series. Is the killer series not the amplifier? Or is there woofers also? Uh, in a golf, the subs is not the subs is important, but not that important. In a golf one, it's more about the box. You need to get somebody that knows what they're doing when they're building you the box. And then you need to understand there's a difference between being loud uh, musically and being loud for the meter. Because guys want to build musical vehicles and then they want to be disappointed when they go to the meter and the car doesn't do good in numbers. Then they want to cut the box builder out and tell him, yeah, but you know, I told you it must be loud. Saying it must be loud is different from saying it must be meter loud. You must tell the guy who's building your box, you want it must be loud on the meter. Don't say it must be loud. Say it must be loud on the meter. And when it's loud on the meter, sometimes it doesn't sound nice musically. So there's pros and cons to everything. It all just depends on you which way is your wind blowing. Because loud is you can get anything to play loud. I mean, there's a couple of Pioneer Champion series that's playing loud. There's a couple of XTC Pit Bulls that's playing loud. But if we have to go to a competition, they'll get murdered. You're gonna do decent 120s, and then you're gonna complain. Everyone at home is telling you, "Ooh, my man, you." Hey, car's so loud. Hey, it's too loud, man. Put the volume down. And then you think you're the real McCoy, and then you go to a sound competition and you get hiding. Now you wanna blame everybody else. Yeah, that's box, bruh. You want thumping bass at a distance, then that's box. Your box is gonna allow you to do that. The speakers will play that hum that you want. The box has to generate that. The one that's building the box needs to know how to tune it so that it can play meters and meters away. That's what I'm saying. The person that's going to be building your box for you needs to know what they're doing, but you need to be very honest with the person and let them know every single detail of what you're going to be doing with that system so that they build it correctly. Because let me tell you something, if you don't give them all the information up front, you're going to spend money on the system, and then once it's done, it's finished built. Now money was spent to buy the products and everything, and then come to find out it's not really what you want. And then when you say, but it's not playing there far, my mother don't hear me when I come home. I have to pull up right in front of the gate before she opens up. And you wanted her to hear you when you leave work. It's one of those things you need to tell the man because now the system is built already and now you can't rectify it. Rather tell him everything and have him then mess it up, and then you can cuck him out and say, but I told you I want to be heard from my work. Viper or Venom. Venoms are stronger. Vipers are street subs, entry level, very small coil as well. The Venom's got bigger coils. The magnets are. Yes, can I help you, man? Can I help you, Supergirl? Hmm? Yeah, you can't play here. Because every time you play here, I get violations. You can play that side where your toys are. You normally play there when I'm busy here. Yeah, you can play there, no problem.
Daddy, I even found this toy. Daddy, look. Daddy, look.
This is repairs. I'm not building it. I'm repairing
Daddy,
the
look
subs.
it.
Oh, you got a man.
Yeah, I found it in the sunlight. I circled.
Uh-huh.
And it was so dirty inside in mud. It was covered in mud.
Contact numbers on my bio. On my page. You'll find my contact details there. My WhatsApp number, all of that is there. My YouTube channel link is there as well. Okay, now check out my other builds and whatnot is on there. All my lives, speakers that I've repaired on here, you can get it on there. Yes.
Look, Mama made me this book. Look, it's shiny. Mommy made me this.
This is a Python, a customer's Python. Let's get the stars on 7315. Okay. Before I do anything here, I'll check this thing out first and see. Okay.
I'm trying to look for crayon. Daddy. 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 Daddy, I love you. Daddy, I love you.
I love you too.
Mommy, make me a nice shiny book. A book. Mommy, make me a shiny book. But you said I could do anything on it. I can even draw some fruits on it.
Okay. Are the smalls? I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand, Joburg. Is band. Okay. Can you buy a targa? I'm not selling subs. You can buy whatever you want. Go to the shop and buy. But me, I'm not selling anything. It's such a random question to ask. Can I buy something? It's like, why are you asking me if you can buy? It was your money, my guy. You buy whatever you wanna buy. Don't need to ask Big Daddy if you can buy subs. I won't say it's better than Venoms. They're roughly the same things. Uh, but the benefit with the Pythons are that the baskets are a little bit deeper, so they can flex a little bit more than the Venoms. The Venoms are, I think, a little bit higher. Let me just see here. Uh, hold on. Venoms, yeah. Yeah, the Venom's frequency is a little bit higher. Hold up. 36. Yeah, they're the same, eh? But I think musically you can get a little bit more out.
Daddy, look.
Oh, so nice.
Mommy,
Energy audio, I don't know. That's Cape Town Sakanta.
look. Mommy.
Very glittery, ne?
Yeah, mommy made it.
Mm.
Oh, mommy.
I've only seen guys from Cape Town talk about and have systems with energy audio. Here in Joburg, I haven't seen anybody with energy audio yet. So I can't comment on the subs or the amps or the M.A.Ds, whatever they got. I don't know. I've never heard anybody. I've never heard any system with that on. This is one of the woofers I did about a year and a half ago. The coils is still reading, but it is black. I did this one and the other one about a year and a half back. No, longer. Yeah, about a year and a half, maybe 2 years back. The coil is absolutely black, but it's still reading. Coil is still reading. That's nice to know.
Daddy, I don't like inside. Look,
Huh? What's that?
your food.
How the Dumbo? Good. This one's also got the bloody well Allen keys at least. But some of the people, I don't know, they do their repair work on their own. and then they end up doing funny shit. They go and put bolts and nuts and what to keep the spider down, and the spider keeps coming loose. It's coming loose because you setting the amplifier too high. A normal bolt supposed to hold the spider. Normal glue supposed to hold the spider in place. Now you want to industrialize the spider so that it must stay down. And then the next thing you know, the cone is unsemoren. No, my guy, the way the speaker set up is so that things can fail. It's not set up to be indestructible. If you breaking it, it's because you're doing something wrong. Oh, come on now. These things are bliksem to get. And I'm only by the second one. I got 6 more to go. Every component has different glues. For the cone to spider, there's a specific glue I use, a specific super glue I use. For the surround onto the basket, I use something else. For the spider onto basket, different glue as well. What the fuck is that now? For 12 inches, the recoil is 650. For 15 inches, it's 850. Any upgrades to the coil from D2 to D4, from D4 down to D2, $800 to the price. Okay, so where is my motherfuckers? There we go. What currency? We use rands here. South Africa, boss. Alaikum salam. I'm in Boksburg North in the East Rand. No, it's not in Cape Town. Joburg. There we go. Then we need to use our manier just to crack it. There we go. Manier cracks it. And then we can move along. See, this thing is still locked in here. Correct box, yeah, 8-inch will play better than a 12-inch. Also, what car you talking about? Because in some vehicles, the 8-inch is gonna come up short against the 12-inch. Bigger vehicles, 12-inch will play nice. Not to say that 8-inch won't play nice. But then again, also what music you're listening to, all of that plays a big part in making that statement. A lot of people talk a lot of shit, man. You know. No, it can handle it, but I would say get yourself a proper amplifier. Don't try and be cheapskate. You're already cheapskate with a buying the cheap subwoofers, don't extra cheapskate. You know, in that movie Tropic Thunder, where they say, "Oh man, everyone knows you never go full retard." In the sound game, everyone knows you never go full cheapskate. There must be some, somewhere in your system. There must be some quality where you're like, you know what? I'm gonna spend some money here. Somewhere in your system. Here we go. See this coil I did 2 years ago, and that's what it looks like now. He played it and he burnt it. The sub is still fine. Oh, no, I'm not calling you a cheapskate. I'm saying don't be a cheapskate. Don't go cheapskate. You're already cheaping out on the subwoofers because the Thumb series is the entry bottom of the line woofers. So if you're going there, don't now make everything cheap. It's a problem, man. This I did 2 years ago. Bra played it and he fried it, but the coil still looks fine. It looks like a competition coil now. Now it looks like a com coil. But anyways, yeah, you can see the damages here on the thing. It rubbed a little bit. I can see the rub here. Then I can see where it burnt. Yeah, so I think that's it for me for tonight. Whew, my back be killing me now. It was a chill night, man. Gee was. Weirdly enough, I felt like I was taking forever with those 212s. Now the other one, let me show you what the other one looks like. This is the other one. As you can see, something's missing, and here it is. So yeah, I'm going to have to reassemble that one up to look like this basically again. For the top range, you're looking for the Ice Power FZ 19,000.1. I'm currently using that amplifier for my 18s. It's a very nice amplifier. It does about 1,000 RMS at 1 ohm. I won't suggest putting it at 1 ohm. I'll say run it at 2 ohms because then, according to the spec sheet, it does 600 RMS at 2 ohms, which is how I'm running my 18s at the moment. Well, I keep saying 18, only got one in there. Currently running the 118 at 2 ohms. So according to the spec sheet, it's 600 RMS. So I'll say, okay, fine, I'm putting 600 RMS into the 18. And I'm very satisfied. The car flexes nice. It sounds amazing. It sounds very balanced. But then that's because of tuning and tuning and tuning. Kamo, I have not heard a Lumina subwoofer yet. I've seen them play on TikTok, few guys who has them, but I've not personally heard the speaker, so I can't really say. I've not seen the speaker physically myself, so I can't really say anything about it. I don't know what the build quality looks like. I mean, guys will say, "Oh, you see, when the sub is like this, sub will be like this," and they'll say, "Oh, look at this. Oh, the surround is so nice. It's fresh. Oh, look at this." You know, I mean, you can't. You that's sitting there, you don't know this thing is fresh. You know, and then I take it out, and then it looks like that on the inside. Yeah, see, there you go. Very weak base. But guys are doing big numbers with it. So, I mean, it's again, like I said, man, in our country, we don't have shit. We don't have cuck speakers. We just got shit customers. Because Mr. SANDF now had a bad experience with the woofer because he probably had a wrong amplifier or the woofers was in the wrong box and he played the wrong music. Yeah, Jetta 3 is fine. That boot is nice and big for 15s. So yeah, tomorrow I'll test the Targa Pythons and then I'll have to coil this guy. This thing needs to fucking come out. I don't like it here. Who the fuck is you anyways? Anyways. So yeah. Any sub, my guy. That's what I'm saying. Any subwoofer, it plays fine. What you need to you shouldn't ask what subwoofer do you recommend to play. You should ask yourself, what's my budget? First of all, start there. Secondly, what type of music am I gonna listen to? Thirdly, if I buy a 12-inch whatever subwoofer, do I have enough boot space to build a box that's going to do the subwoofer justice? Then, what cabling am I going to put in the car? How much is the cabling going to cost? What's the amplifier going to be? How much, what size amplifier? Do I have enough battery power for the amplifier to get the best performance out of the amplifier? Okay, fine. I got a new battery. Okay, fine. How's your alternator? Do you have upgraded power wire to the alternator to the battery? Do you have upgraded wire from the battery to the body to the engine bay? All those type of things. It's a whole bunch of links that you need to have in order to get. So the question that you ask of what sub must I get, what sub must, dude, the sub is the end. You need to talk about the beginning because the sub is right there in the ass. What you doing there in the front? What does the nose look like? Is the did you have your alternator tested? Um, Sessions are good. I've heard them play. I've heard the 12s, I've heard the 15s, I've heard them in small setups where the amplifier is tiny. Yeah, see, you see now, there you lost me. There I now know you don't know what is going on, Mr. Kamo. There I can see you don't know what's happening. Because you're talking about Lumina subwoofers or XTC Rebels, and you're talking about lithium batteries. A lithium battery is like 14 grand, bruh. I'm not talking about the cuck you buy off marketplace. I'm talking about decent stuff. You're looking about from 9 grand upwards. 9 grand upwards because you need to get the balancer to be able to charge the lithium properly and all of that. And if you can afford lithium batteries, why are you fucking around with the tiny ass speakers like Rebel and Lumina? Then you should be looking at Targa comps, Super Bass, Star Sounds. If you want to go in the XTC range, Big Daddy. You're going to Power Bass, you're looking at Assassins, Ice Power, you're looking at the Godzillas, and bigger, that Beast one, the 7 2, the 7, what is it, 7212, the 712, sorry, 712, 715. Those are the subwoofers you're looking at. If you can afford lithium, those are the woofers you can afford. Then your conversation about those, no, the 7312 is Star Sound. 7312 is Star Sound. Aye, man. Aye, aye, aye. But like I said, when it comes to subwoofers, boss, when you ask what subwoofer is the best for this and what's the subwoofer is the best for that, what battery do you have in the front of the car? What size cable do you have running from the battery to the amplifier in the back? Is there another battery connected in the back? How many is connected in the back? What's the size of the battery in the front? What's the size of the battery in the back? What's the size of the alternator? Can that alternator charge both the batteries? Very important things, because if you mess up with any of those, then it doesn't matter what subs you put. You can put sundowns even. Your system is not going to handle, even with the best box and everything, but because one of those things, the battery in the back, the one in the front, the alternator or the cabling, is of inferior quality, then it doesn't matter what woofers you're putting in the back. Then we're not even talking about amplifiers, because we know what the price on amplifiers are. If you think you're getting away with a woofer, you can buy broken ones and have them repaired. So you buy a broken 7312, brand new, the subs cost like 6 grand. You pick up one for 2 grand, they broken, you recoil them. There you got a woofer for 3 grand, half the price, fine. Now you need to get the amplifier to run them. What's that gonna cost? Then you need cabling to put into the amplifier. You need big cabling, so 0 gauge for that amplifier, because these subs are gonna pull current from the amp, and the amp's gonna ask from the battery. So 0 gauge from the back to the front, but then the battery in the front needs to be 100 amps. But then that's not gonna be enough, because the amplifier is asking for 600 amps. So you think putting one CSB in the front and one CSB in the back is enough? The amplifier wants 600 amps. You giving it 200. So what about the 400 still? And then you've got your alternator that's a 90 amp, and you're expecting that 90 amp to charge both those 100 amp batteries. It's a tricky thing when you start looking at it in that regard. When you're talking about best, what's the best? Well, when you're talking best, then yeah, that's, if I ask you the conversation about that, you need to give me, you've got M.A.D in the front, 320, 370 amp M.A.D alternator. You've got 2 runs of 0 gauge, 0 gauge from the positive of the M.A.D to your 100 amp CSB, or your 120 amp CSB in the front there. You've got 2 more CSBs in the back. You've got 2 M.A.Ds, 2 alternators in the front. You understand it? Then yeah, then we can talk about big subwoofer. Then we can talk about best. But if you're running 8 gauge wire, my guy, you can't afford talking about the best. You and me, we are in the same boat, going down the same river. We are in the cheap boat. We are in the broke river, in the cheap boat, sailing down, holding on for our lives, because we know the nice things the other people got, The cheat code for cheap for broke guys is the box. So you can have a cheap subwoofer. If the box is on point, then you'll get away with a lot. I've proven it with my car plenty times since 2009. Since 2009. Let me see here. 2000, 2009, 2010. I've been doing cheap shit from since then, cheap systems since then. So, I mean, bottom line is you can get away with it if if you if you're not really chasing things, chasing numbers and stuff. If you just want it must sound amazing, yeah, you get away with it. But the story best, I must leave that. Those are languages we can't talk about. We must forget about it. All right, Majimbos, I'm going to sign off today. Coiling this one tomorrow. Coiling this one as well, and maybe assemble and testing the two pythons. So I'll do a coil. I'll do a coil of this one. Bake. After I bake it, then we'll do the testing of the pythons. And I've got two Pioneer Champion series I gotta test as well. And once that's done, then we'll do the coil for the other one, because then everything will be cool enough to do. My jig will be cool enough. Then I can do the coiling for that one and do the assembly and everything. And then bake him as well. And then we'll wait for Monday again. Yeah, because tomorrow's Saturday. Sundays, yeah, Blom on Sundays. So yeah, thanks for joining the live. Don't forget, if you missed anything and you want to recap, you can head on to YouTube. All my old videos are there as well, of all my lives. You can catch the lives on there. Link is in my bio. My WhatsApp is there also. Until tomorrow, Flit, Victorious 8.